I do hate to say this, but I think I found something worse than Infernal. And I didn't think I'd ever be saying that. I didn't think I'd be saying that for a very long time, but oh no. A mere few weeks after Infernal, we get a little game called Turning Point's Fall of Liberty. Now, it was developed by Spark Unlimited, who were notorious for making nothing but shit games, basically. Games with very low production costs and consequently of very low quality. Let's take a look at the options first. Pretty limited, I've got to be honest. These are your gameplay options. You can't turn off tutorials as far as I know. And if you go to controls, sensitivity, well, instead of having a slider they have either low, medium or high. That's it. There's no 1 to 10 or anything like that. It's just low, medium or high. It's very silly. You can also turn aim assist on or off. I prefer to have it off because I do. And this is weird. When you come to audio, you can either turn the music on or off, and then you can adjust the master volume. There's no way of turning the sound effects of a dial down. You have to turn the master down. It's strange. I don't know why they didn't include separate sliders for music and SFX. It's really weird. Control layout is pretty normal. It's quite standard for a first-person shooter. There's one alternate, and there's a southpaw adjustment, which is better than Infernal in that respect. At least it offers alternative control layouts. Okay, so Turning Point has single player and multiplayer. Multiplayer has no one playing. And even though I haven't played it, there's only 2 separate modes. I think Comats, who published this, asked Spark Unlimited, "Oh, what have you got in terms of multiplayer?" "Oh, we got deathmatch." "Oh, what else have you got?" "Oh, we got team deathmatch." "You got anything else?" "No." Fucking brilliant. That leaves us with the single player. Oh, the single player. Oh my god. There are 8 missions in total, and the game is mercifully short at about 4 to 5 hours on your first playthrough, and there's no real reason to play through it again. But although I finished it, I'm going to show you the first the first mission of the game. Now, the premise of this one is quite interesting because it sort of asks the question: what if Winston Churchill died before World War II? Keen historians among you may recall reading that Winston Churchill was hit by a taxi in 1931, and that was only a minor injury. But Turning Point asks the question: what if Churchill hadn't survived? And this is the rendition of events, really. To summarise the plot, the Nazis basically take over all of the world apart from America, and then they start attacking America in like 1953 or something. And in a minute you're going to see the Statue of Liberty fall down, hence the name Fall of Liberty. Clever. Down she goes. Gotta wait for the fairly lengthy loading times. Ah, here we go. Right, objective added. Now it says objective added, but it doesn't tell you what the objective is unless you pause the game. Which it says there, get down off the girders. And when I first played this game, it said objective added. I was really confused because I was like, okay, what's my objective? And the game didn't actually tell me what to do. And then I paused the game just to see if I could consult the internet, and there was my objective. It only appears when you pause the game, which is really weird. I really don't understand. Now, you play as some man who becomes a resistance fighter. I can't even remember his name, and he doesn't have any dialogue, so he's completely silent. So he doesn't really have a personality. So I don't know. It's kind of pointless giving us a player character a name when we don't really have a personality or any dialogue associated with them. Oh yeah, you can see your legs as well in first person, which is kind of cool because not many first person shooter games offer this. But no, as you can see now, I'm trying to get down this ladder, and the trigger won't pop up. Ah, there we go. Right. Whee! Right, okay. The game's controls are temperamental at best. They don't always respond when you want them to, and so like you'll press the button, and your character will do absolutely nothing. He'll just stand there like a melon. And you'll be able to do anything. Most of the time they work, but sometimes they don't. So the controls are pretty bad. You might have noticed now the visuals look absolute shit. Have I got another objective? Yes, I do. Of course, I've got to pause the game to see what it fucking is, because it's obviously too difficult for the game to tell me what I have to do. Unless I pause it. Oh, there we go. Now, don't worry, I will be getting gun very soon and be able to start shooting things. Press B when near an enemy to grapple them. This is the grapple mechanic, where you can push up on the D-pads to perform an instant kill or an environmental kill, like I just did there. Yay! I got my shiny new gun. Now, when you aim down the sights, the weapon models look huge. They look absolutely massive, and when you're firing, they seem to obscure a large portion of the screen. I think I'll demonstrate when I start shooting the first enemies of the game, but right, here we go. This game is terrible. I'm not. And the frame rate is dying. Every time there's an explosion, the frame rate just shits itself. I'm not even trying to be funny here. The frame rate just kill itself. Right. Also use your iron sights. Yada yada yada. Whoa! Look, that's blinding, isn't it? Oh, and I got an achievement for that. Interesting. Sharpshooter. That's probably for killing all 4 of those guys or something. Oh! Oh, and sometimes the game seems to go into slow motion when you've been seriously injured by a grenade or something. I assume it's done for cinematic effects, but it's really not. Next thing you'll notice. All the artificial intelligence characters in the game have a combined IQ of about 40. Well, okay, 30. 40's being a bit generous. That's Infernal standards, but I think Infernal at least had intelligent enemy AI. What the AI like to do here is they like to get stuck on objects, on corners, on walls, on ledges, all kinds of things. They also like to start glitching out in various manners. So, if you were to say the AI were intelligent, you'd be greatly overstating it in that respect. Of course, there's no objective marker of any kind because reasons. Right, I'm supposed to go this way, I think. Oh, and there's loading mid-game because, of course, there is. Look at that. That's just horrible. Get down street level and safety. Right. Okay. And I forget which door it is. It's this one. There it is. Look at the water. Even that looks shit. Alright. Where are we at? Yeah, instant kills are just canned animations, really. There's nothing really much to them. There we go. Oh, when you get seriously injured, your screen kind of turns black around the edges. As if you have some kind of tunnel vision or something. But all it really does is just obscure your ability to see, and it just makes the game less enjoyable. Now, it is regenerative health, and health does regenerate pretty quickly, actually, regardless of what difficulty you're playing on. See, look, it's kind of turning black and fuzzy around the edges. Oh, for some reason I can't end on sight, so there we go. Yeah, there's all kinds of bugs in this game. Where to start, really? Well, I mentioned the AI sort of glitching out reasonable frequency. How do they switch weapons? There we go. Oh, I'm dead. And look, my body's gravitating towards heaven. Yeah, that happens a lot. Sometimes when you die, your body seems to either gravitate downwards or float upwards, as if the game can't decide whether you need to go to hell or heaven. It's really weird. And I think at one point it ended up on the other side of the level, so do just watch out for that. Animation quality, as you might have guessed, is it's pretty bad. Nothing really much else to say about that. I've also had a glitch where I've not been able to reload one of my weapons. I think on the second mission, I kept trying to reload my weapon halfway through my clip, and it would not let me reload for some reason. Another bug that they obviously didn't identify through their extensive playtesting. They had about 3 playtesters, I think, on the credits. Is that sometimes when you try to grapple an enemy by pressing B, the grapple icon doesn't come up, and they start punching you to death. Oh look, here's an example of a cutscene.
You there, you with the gun. We're setting up a counterattack. Hop in if you want to help.
This is where I sort of think it would have been nice if the player character had a voice, had some kind of personality. Like when he tells him to get in the back and help out, he's like, yeah, sure, I'll help out. At least something like that, rather than just running towards it like a goose.
All right, scrubs, listen up. Name's Sergeant Callahan, National Guard.
Watch for pro lip syncing here.
Using untrained civilians, but the damn Nazis didn't give us much time to mobilize. And it looks like you can all handle yourselves just fine.
And there's various other little quirks and oddities like misspelling of subtitles, like missing out punctuation marks, and misspelling words. That's a very minor thing, but it does kind of annoy me slightly. And of course, there's a loading screen in between the cutscene and the level. Of course, I've got to pause the game just to see what I have to do. I have to go down here. This game really would have benefited from a mini-map for a waypoint marker. I think even Soft Payback had that, and I did not enjoy Soft Payback one bit. So I can't begin to imagine what I thought this would be like. You literally can't see a thing when you fire down sights. You can't. I'm not sure if this is intentional or if it's just really poor design. I don't know. And even on high sensitivity, you seem to turn really slowly, unless you're on a machine gun turret, which is it's fine really. But if I come off it, high sensitivity, everyone. Highest sensitivity. Look, I'm. What? I think the main semi-decent thing about this game is the soundtrack. But it would have been more appropriate into a more sci-fi kind of setting, you know, a bit like what's it called? A bit like Day of the Trippies kind of thing. It would have been so much better with that. But to a sort of 1950s first-person shooter, it doesn't quite. It's quite cinematic, but it doesn't quite fit, and it's probably where half the game's budget went, to be honest. I'd say if this game was made in the space of a few hours, then they spent most of the time on the campaign and about half an hour on the multiplayer. I think that's a fair sort of comparison. Oh, explosions! Brings the frame rate down to single digits. Look, his wheels aren't even. Oh my god, his wheels weren't even going. Oh my word! Right. I didn't even notice that on the first time through. Oh my god, this fucking game. I can't quite remember how long this sequence goes on for. It's quite some time actually. Are its wheels going? Nope! Still funny. Oh, look at that! Oh, that transition to aim down, that's so... it's so janky. I'm sorry if your eyes hurt. Oh, objective complete, even though there are still enemies there. Right. I'm not complaining. What's my new objective? Eliminate paratroopers on the rooftop. See, without pausing the game, you don't... you don't know what to fucking do. What kind of game? What kind of game makes you pause it just to see the bloody objectives? What? What? I don't understand. Okay. Well, right. They're not paratroopers, but okay. They're just German soldiers in a blimp. My word. Lag! Oh no, it was just loading mid-game. Wouldn't be surprised if it was lag though. Now let me see if I can get a grenade of some sort, because grenades are actually quite overpowered and take out massive groups of enemies. So, oh yeah, I've got some grenades now. What's my new objective? Defend the west barricade. I didn't even know the west barricade was a thing. Yes, you can take fall damage, so do be mindful of that. Oh look, a tank! Run away!
Get down that manhole. From below.
Oh my word, really? The clipping is just wonderful. There is a lot of clipping on this game. Like you'll see dead bodies clipping through walls, with alarming frequency. It's quite funny actually. Now what you're supposed to do here is attach a bomb. Now here's the tutorial. Attach the wire by holding the button that matches the colour of the bomb lead. Rotate the left stick to tighten the wire. Press that to abort. Right, okay. So you've got to hold yellow first. Tighten the wire. This is a mini game you'll be playing a fair few times throughout the campaign. Planting bombs to blow things up, like this tank. And then you press the up button, which is actually up on the directional pad, to arm the bomb. And then you run like fuck, because otherwise it'll kill you. But let's see if it does kill me. Nope! Surprisingly not. Wait, why am I surprised? Why should I be surprised? It's turning point. I shouldn't be. That's actually kind of what I expected. Even the voice acting is pretty piss poor. Look at him move. He's just everything this game tries to do, it fails miserably. It can't seem to get anything right. It's like everyone who made this game was stoned at the time. Because I don't see any other reason for its shittiness. Oh, do I have to blow up another tank? Yes, I do. Of course, the game didn't really make that clear to me unless I pause the fucking game. Of course, if you forget how to plant a bomb, and you probably will, because chances are you'll stop playing this game after these first couple of missions, and then you'll come back to it a couple of weeks later, and you'll have forgotten how to do the tutorial. Tough. The game doesn't tell you again. I'm gonna let this bomb explode in my face again. Come on. It didn't even graze me. Fab. That's just fab, isn't it? That's just fab. He's saying hello to me, I think.
Retreat! We can't fight that thing! Everyone to the subways!
Yes, hello. Oh, that's it. The level just abruptly ends. So that was Turning Point Fall of Liberty. The game's so bad that I'd rather have a brain hemorrhage than play this again. Thanks for watching, and please as always, until next time, go away.